Check, check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Check, check. Welcome inside Colchester Legion Stadium for the home opener. 2025-2026 season for the Fundy Thunder U16 AAA team out of Truro. Thanks for tuning in on High Button Sports. Noah Poirier with you on the call. This evening the Thunder taking on the St. John Vitos in their home opener. Vitos come in with a record of 1-1. Splitting pair of games last weekend with the Cabot Highlanders. The other end, Fundy comes in with an 0-1 record, dropping their season opener last weekend to the Martello Buccaneers. Puck's down, and we are underway here at the stadium. Thunder off the draw, it's tipped in by Cogger. He takes a big bump. Picked up by the Vitos, and they'll send it all the way down the ice. That'll be an icing call against St. John, just 16 seconds into this one. And then at McQuaid, cuts through the middle, almost loses it. Vitos are able to get it out to the neutral zone. It's tapped back in by Ulof. He'll give chase. As this Maddox Rennie, the former standout of the Truro under-15 major team. They rim it around the wall. Ulof will cycle it back down low. Cogger out front. That misses all the black jerseys, and it's chipped to the neutral zone by St. John. Another second chance at it. They'll get it down the ice. It's picked up by Kyle Morash. He'll retreat behind his net and start to break it out. Rennie through the middle, almost turned it over. It's picked back up by Morash. He'll send it behind the net to Pitts as he takes a bump behind the goal. Cogger, flip it through the neutral zone. Rennie looking for it. A second chance, he does get it down deep. And he and his teammates will go off on a change. Vitos with it. It's chipped ahead momentarily by Greeley. Thunder pressuring. Chipped ahead. Greeley gets it back to the line. Hops over the stick of Simon Pitts and out. He'll go D to D for his partner Nathan Laba. He loses it, and that's whacked in front of the Thunder bench. Pass across, Shanks, it's tipped in. Now they say he didn't get a stick on it. It'll be another icing call against St. John. Face-off one by the Thunder. Kyver will swing it down low. First on it was number 21 of the Vitos, Grayson Shanks. He'll rim it around the wall, but it's kept in by Fundy. And on the forecheck was Brandon Warwick. Vitos get it to the line, but not out. Warwick. Rink wide pass across McIver. Settles it down. Glove save made. Stop made by number 1, Samuel Milia, getting the start for the Vitos. At the other end, it's number 34, Cooper Collins, getting the start for the Thunder. Pass ahead, Stevens will chip it ahead, was looking for O'Toole. Icing's negated as it goes down to the near side corner. Chip behind the net, the Vitos will send it back to the line. Jack White there first, he'll pick it up for Fundy, but takes a bump. It's chopped back in by the Vitos. Rimmed around by Reed. Held in at the blue line by St. John as they battle for it. On the near side, number 17, Tennyson Godin stays with it. It rolls in on goal and is covered up by Collins. Home opener here tonight for the Fundy Thunder. As mentioned, they dropped a game last weekend. That one taking place in East Hants against the Martello Buccaneers, a 6-2 decision. Vitos get it off the draw, shot, deflects wide. In front, puck still loose there. Picked up by Keegan Frazier, rimmed around. The second chance effort is cleared by White. So Vitos will dump it back in. Cross corner, Pitts first on it. Former member of that Werewell Bombers club. Silver medalist at last year's U16 Major Provincials. Good contingent of players from both the Truro, Pictou County area on this team as Gagnon bumps his man as St. John will send it in deep. In on the attack is Talon Pearson. Gives chase behind the net. Battle in the far side corner. Two Thundy players there. Morash gets his stick lifted. And it's pulled free momentarily by Alex Cutter. Morash will chip it out himself. Front of the bench. Big hit along the Fundy bench is chipped back in by St. John. Centering pass. Cleared away by Pitts. Sent right back in by the Vitos. Chip down low, looking for the pass. In front is Cutler. Fundy will just negate some pressure and send it all the way down the ice. Icing waved off as it was tipped on net. Saying the goaltender touched up, and now instead it'll be an icing call against St. John, and the St. John coaching staff not happy with that. Just under 5 minutes gone here in this first period. Faceoff will come down to the right, to the left of the goaltender, Milia. The officials talking over at the bench with St. John coach. Draw comes back to the line. Labo will keep it in. He played last year with the Valley under-16 Wildcats. He takes a big bump from Trip Livingstone, second-year player with the Vitos. Laba chips it up ahead. Maddox Rennie lost it momentarily. It's cleared in to the Fundy end. St. John will have to tag up. Laba takes a bump and it's sent back in deep by Bellier. Behind the net, here's assistant captain Max Parker. He'll put it up the wall, and then it's chipped out by Cogger. Here comes Captain Trent Uloff. He drops it off for Rennie. Couldn't find it cleanly. The Vitos can get it out of the zone. Chipped ahead by Rennie. Kept in at the line by Grayson Shanks. Uloff will settle it down, throw it behind his net. Cogger first on it as the Vitos are trying to get a change. Cogger fan on the passing attempt. Second chance, he'll get it to the blue line, but it's kept in by Dag. Dag battling behind the net was stripped of the puck by Brennan Reed, and then Cogger gets bumped. It's sent ahead. Maddox Rennie trying to weave his way in. Vitos will send it behind the net. Morash steps up off the point, but it's chipped ahead by St. John. Back to collect his Shanks behind his net. He'll break it up ahead for Sawyer Ahern, who gets it out to center, and now here comes Dag back the other way. Trying to weave his way in. He's knocked off stride by Parker. Comes out to the line. Little D-to-D pass. Picked up by Godin. He'll send it cross ice to Shanks. His pass hit a Fundy shin pad. It's picked up by Parker, who's at the end of his shift. He'll just try to get it up ahead. Poke through. The Vitos stay with it. Dag trying to send it through the middle. It's off the skate of Cochran and out to center. Jude Cochran, another member of that Werewell Bombers team last year, and a big hit as McIver and Godin collide at the blue line. And McIver throwing his weight around down low as the Vitos look to break out. Laba lost an edge. It's cleared to the Thunder line. Sent back in by Shanks. Laba turned over in front. Save made by Collins. It was turned over on the doorstep. Just over 7 minutes gone, and this one still awaiting the game's first goal. It's rimmed around the wall, kept in by St. John momentarily. The Thunder stay with it. Here's Gavin Moore. Spent last season with the under-15 Truro Bearcats major club. A battle behind the net. Here's Atkinson, another member of that Truro team. Vitos get it behind the net. Baird bumps his man. Why not go with the line of all former U15 major Bearcats? Wyatt Baird rounding out the trio. Here's Atkinson. Weave his way through center. Still has it. Stops up but lost an edge, and it's turned over back the other way to Carson O'Toole. Gets in over the line. His shot stopped by Collins. The air horns are out tonight at the Colchester Legion Stadium. And it is loud in here, which is good to see. Battle along the far side. Vitos in deep trying to come away with it. As Gagnon battles down low, it's pulled free by the Vitos. Morash will send it behind the net. Vitos stay with it behind the net. Good between the legs pass. It comes out in front. Greeley gets a whack at it, but Collins able to cover up. So face-off will stay to the left of the Fundy goaltender, Cooper Collins. The far side corner comes back to the point. Shot through traffic. Misses wide of the goal off the stick of Noah Cormier, and it's cleared out by Fundy. Cormier gets it back. He'll send the stretch pass up ice. That goes through everybody. And it will be an icing call against St. John. So face-off will come back down in the Vitos' end. Toss up off the draw, cleared away, and flipped out by the Vitos. Reed will go D to D over to Max Parker. Parker ahead. Cogger will tip it in and give chase. Ulof there as well. Ulof stops up, tried to go back to the point to Parker. That hit the official. It's pulled free by the Vitos. Pass ahead for Pearson. He'll try to weave his way in. Takes a bump from Parker, but gets it to the middle. It's turned over. Kept in. Vitos have it. Shot in the slot. Just missed. Off the stick of Cutler. He battles in the corner with Max Parker, whose stick still laying at the blue line. Cutler comes away with it. He's rubbed out along the wall by Ulof, but it's picked back up by the Vitos. Back to the point. That hits a skate. Green all the way down the ice. It's the Thunder in for a change. First on, it's Arbo. Jake Arbo starts the breakout ahead for St. John, looking for the long stretch pass to Livingstone, who is coming off the bench. Deflected by Fundy, and they're able to get it in deep into the St. John zone. Chip up the wall, but it catches a piece of the mesh. The face-off will stay inside the St. John end. Kyver lining right up off the draw, but Vito's unable to win. Unable to hold the line, or Fundy. Chipped ahead, Laba has to hurry. And on the attack is Livingstone, he stays with it. Laba will hit him into the end wall. Behind the net. Thunder come away with it. McIver chips it through the legs. Warwick takes a one-touch pass, but it's just offside. Face-off will come just outside of the St. John zone. Chipped ahead by Morash. Morash, one of the few non-Colchester, Cumberland, Pictou County area residents on this Fundy team. Spent last year with the Harbor Rage out of Cole Harbor. Atkinson has some room in the slot. Couldn't get a shot away. Another chance behind the net. Baird comes away with it. He takes a hack. The penalty upcoming to St. John. Baird gets rid of it, takes a bump. But Fundy will get the first power play of the game. It'll be Maxime McKinnon going off. Slashing. It's Moore in to take the draw against Greeley. To the line, Reed keeps it in, hands it off for Gavin Moore. Moore picks it back up on the left side. We'll drop it back to Reed, down low. Atkinson takes a bump. Sent back to the point, Reed. Gavin Moore in off the line, shot, save made by Amelia. Kept in by Morash, sent in on goal, harmlessly trapped up by Amelia. He'll make the stop. 23 seconds gone in the penalty to McKinnon. Fundy will change up the D pairs. Parker and Pitts come on the ice. Pitts gets it, hands it off to Parker. Parker looking cross, ice Baird. Taken down, it's rimmed all the way around. Collins will come out and leave it for Parker behind the net. St. John gets some fresh penalty killers on the ice. Dropped back, here's Parker. He'll skate it out himself. Max Parker drops it off. Moore settles it down, shoots, and a save by Amelia. It's cleared just beyond the line by St. John. Parker's D-to-D pass is deflected by Cutler. He'll stay in on the forecheck as Parker tries to break it out with under a minute to go now in the penalty. Parker retreats at his line. Pass it ahead for Jack White. White stops up, will survey, hands it off. There's Pitts. Fundy will try to move it up ice. Lava pass through the middle. That hits a skate. Picked up by the Vitos, and Jake Arbo will send it the length of the ice. 20 seconds left in the Fundy power play. Pass ahead. Here's Jack White down the left side. Cuts into the middle. Stays with it. Still has it. He'll drop it back to Laba at the point. Laba back to White. Has some room on the right side. Glove save made by Amelia. Five seconds left in the penalty to McKinnon. Uloff in to take the draw. He'll win it. Penalty about to expire. Reed will wind and fire. Didn't get a lot on it. Stalls behind the net. Cogger back to the point as we're back to five aside. That gets over the stick of Reed. He'll spin and fire it back in deep. So it's picked up by Godin. He'll send it across to his D partner, Arbo. Will just in turn rim it all the way around the wall. Here's Dagg. Will cut outside. He's kept to the outside by Morash. He'll stay on the St. John forecheckers down low. Uloff. It's chipped ahead. Pulled free momentarily. Rennie takes a check, takes another one, and will hand it off to Uloff. Back to the middle looking for Rennie. It's Cogger. He takes a bump from Godin. Turn gets it ahead for O'Toole. Kept in at the line by Morash. Hard-hitting affair here early in the first period. Quaid, long pass ahead. That's kicked away by Morash and fired the rest of the way down. Turned over. Ahern knocks it behind the net. Puck comes free. Warwick will reverse it behind the net. Parker the first on it. He loses it. Sent up ahead to Rennie. He takes a bump. This puck just laying there. Vitos able to stay with it. To the line. Kept in by Pearson and rimmed all the way around. Tired unit on the ice. Pass out in front. Warwick Supports back. Long stretch pass ahead. Picked up by Cochran off the bench. She has a partial break. Drew Cochran in. Good play. As they sprawl hard into the end wall. Good opportunity. A good back check as well by McQuaid. Was able to make the poke check and then kind of steered both of them off into the boards. It's the first high-quality chance for Fundy. Picked up Cormier. Almost turned it over. There's Gavin Moore. Pass across and turn feed given to Reed. Reed, long pass ahead. That's picked up by McIver momentarily, but a good defensive play once again by McQuaid. Sent ahead, but it hits a skate. It's turned over, and Moore will send it in deep into the Vitos' end. Chip ahead. Here's Pearson. He'll get it in deep. Peel off for a change. Baird behind the net. Laba. Send it ahead. It's sent to the point, but it's picked off, and here's Moore. He'll chip it and try to chase, but it's turned over. Good defensive play by Shanks. It's sent ahead. St. John will beat out the icing. Pass back to point. Shanks, his shot through traffic, misses wide on the blocker side. Under 4 to play here in the first period. Sent out to the point, but in between both defenders. First on it is Belia. Head Arbo first on it. It's kept to the outside, and it's cleared the length of the ice by Fundy. Face-off will come back down inside the Vitos' end, or the Fundy end, pardon me. 3:29 to go. Still awaiting the game's first goal. Free. Frazier took a bump. Vitos come away with it. Pass over. Dag will pick it up on the far side. Back to the point. Arbo off his back foot will send one on net. Collins will take no chances. He'll cover up. Shots 5 apiece here. Nearly 17 minutes into the first frame of the Fundy Thunder home opener here at the Colchester Legion Stadium in Truro. Face off to the right of Collins. Back to the point. Shot misses wide. Picked back up by Godin. He'll rim it back down low. Reed able to read that. Dag bumps his man, but Ulof will chip it free and give chase. Godin first on it. He's being watched over by Cogger. Gets it up the wall. Chipped up over the head of Reed. Pitts will chop it back out to center. Dag in turn sends it back in. He has a step. Dag to the middle. Lost it momentarily, and then he's knocked to the ice by Cogger. It's chipped up and out. See intensity picking up. A couple big hits here early in the first period. Face off inside the Thunder zone. Down low, Morash will rim it around. Vitos pick it up. Sent back to the point. Shot blocked by Ulof and up and over play. That coming off the stick of Cormier. Just over 2 to play here in period number 1. though. Vitos have a pass in front. Just hops over the stick. Another chance on the backhand. Loose in front, and Collins is able to find it. Might see some penalties here. So Toole was in tight. Morash is going to go, and looks like he'll be the only one. It'll be a roughing call against Ryan Morash, and the Vitos will get their first power play of the contest. Vitos get it off the draw. It's held in. Cross ice pass to Livingstone. He'll pinch in off the point. Hand it off down low to Cormier. Sharp angle. Goes rink wide. Whistle upcoming as the net comes off. Only 14 seconds gone in the penalty. Face off to the right of Collins. Toss up draw. It's cleared to the line. McIver knocks his man down, but the Vitos keep it in. Cooling in front. Settled down. Shot. Pad save made, and the rebound cleared by the Thunder. Couple big stops from Cooper Collins there as the Vitos left to start the breakout on their own end. McKinnon. Weave his way up, gains a line, will cut to the outside, centering pass, picked up by Cooling. Went for the return feed for McKinnon, he finds it behind the net. So he'll try to weave off the check of Simon Pitts as we come to the last minute of play in period number 1. Cooling, rink-wide pass, picked up, shot, great save by Collins. He gets over and denies Livingston. Pass over, Cooling has some room, shoots and scores! Kason Cooling on the power play, and St. John draws first blood. Cooling found enough room just by that left face-off dot. He got away a shot into the top corner, beat Cooper Collins clean. All-important first blood goes to the visitors. Baird battles with his man down low. Morash go behind the net, 20 seconds left in the period. Parker ahead. Atkinson couldn't find it. It's sent back in by Arbeau. Parker spins around. Atkinson finds it. One last rush up the ice for the Thunder. Atkinson will chip it in cross corner. It's gloved down by Amelia. He'll take trouble. Atkinson gets stumped by Dag, and he'll go to the box. Cross-checking call against Alexander Dag. 3 seconds left here. The Thunder will have to try to get something right off the draw, or else they'll go into the second period with a $1:57 of power play time. Parker will line up right behind. St. John will just smother it. Moore gets a shot away, but the period will come to a close. First period comes to a close with some more festivities. Kason Cooling opens the score on the power play late. Shots were 10-5 in favor of the Vitos in that first period. We'll step aside, be back in about 10-15 minutes for the second period of play. Score after 1. St. John 1, Fundy, no score. Welcome back inside the Colchester Leading Stadium for the second period of play in this evening's Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League matchup between the visiting St. John Vitos and the hometown Fundy Thunder. Penalty right off the opening draw. Cross-checking call against Warwick, and that'll do it for the power play. Face-off will come inside the Fundy zone early on. It's 8 seconds into the period. We'll play 150 of 4-on-4. A couple coincidentals handed out at the end of the period. A shot deflected. Jake Arbo and Ethan Atkinson with coincidental penalties at the end of the first period. Finding that Livingston held on to, and another penalty coming up to the Thunder. It'll be a 4-on-3 power play. For a minute 30. Lots of ice out here to work with. It's won by the Vitos. Cooling, who has the lone goal, will pass it off for McKinnon. See Cooling, the trigger man on that left side. He'll pass it off. Shot wide of the goal by Livingstone. Livingstone back to the point. McKinnon hands it off. Cormier. Shoot! Save made by Collins. Rebounds there. Cooling will pick it up. Cut to the middle. Switch spots with McKinnon. Here is Maxim McKinnon. The wheel behind the net. Do a lap and send it to the left point for Cooling. Cooling over for McKinnon. Settles it. Shoot. Save made by Collins. Rebounds there on the doorstep. Collins has it. Another chance. They score. Collins couldn't find it. It's a power play goal for Trip Livingstone. The Vitos take a 2-0 lead early in period number 2. So Warwick will come out of the box, and we'll play 4-on-4 still for 46 seconds. Quaid ahead. Cross ice pass is flipped in by Shanks. Shanks stays with it. Takes a bump from Laba. Chopped behind the net by the Vitos. Picked up and sent ahead. McIver. Pass through the middle to Cochran. He has some room. Working in a one-on-one. He's knocked off stride. And it's sent out to Shanks. Shanks down the left side. Stops up. Try to hand it back to his defender. Missed him and goes all the way back on goal. Milia will leave it off for Stevens. Kevin Stevens sets up shot behind the net. Penalty is now over to Dag, and it's a St. John power play for 30 seconds. Pass through the middle. Cutler has it. His shot deflects off a stick. He'll find it behind the goal. Cutler still with it as he's being worked over by Simon Pitts. Cutler still has it, takes a bump, it's knocked to his knees, but gets it back to McKinnon at the point. No pinch in off the left wall. Turned over, Pitts. Send it out, and we're back to 5-a-side as the penalty to Morash expires. Kyver. Flip it out to neutral ice, looking for Cochran. Cochran finds it in his feet and will cut in to the zone. Still has it. Jude Cochran settles it down. That pinball's off a body. Rolls behind the net. Rennie pulled the line, picked up by Dag. Alexander Dag. Into the goal. His shot, toe save made by Collins, and he'll find it. And cover up. behind the net to Parker. Send it to the corner. Cogger first on it. He'll shovel it behind the net for Parker. Takes a bump. Ulov through the middle. Cogger finds it. Tries to kick it up to his stick, but he kicks it far ahead. It's poked to the corner by Milia. And Vitos will pick it up. Pass ahead right on the tape of O'Toole. He'll try to weave his way in 1-on-3. Couldn't. The second chance effort by Greeley is missed. And now here's Maddox Rennie. Has a step in. Shoots off the post. Maddox Rennie from a sharp angle. He's able to ring one off the iron. Saw that a lot last year if you tuned into the Churro Bearcats coverage in the U15 Major League. Rennie could put the puck in the net. Behind the net, Cormier. Will set up shop behind Milia. Shots now 14-5 in favor of the visitors. Cormier, pass it off. It's deflected by Greeley. Laba will swing it around the wall. First on it is O'Toole as he takes a bump from Laba. Shovel back up top. Return feed. Into the middle. O'Toole takes a bump from Laba. Picked up by Gavin Moore. Takes it in, drops it off Baird. His shot punched away by Milia. Atkinson will knife it back to the point. Pitts off his back foot. Sails the shot wide. Now they battle down low. Parker. Pass up top. Pitts couldn't handle it. Send it back through the middle to Max Parker. In off the left side. That's blocked away by Milia once again. Chip behind the net. Shanks will rim it around. Poke free by Ahern. In turn, hands it off to Arbo. Arbo loses it momentarily to Baird, but Shanks follows up on the play and gets it in deep. Max Parker. Hassled down low. Pulled free by Baird. He'll get it out to center. Maxim McKinnon. First on it. He's being watched over by Moore. He'll go D-to-D to Arbo. There's Cooling. Open the scoring back in the first period. He'll pick it back up inside his own zone. We'll send a pass up to the red line to Godin. Godin loses it. Gagnon will hand it off to Keegan Frazier. In turn, he'll send it deep on the far side as Godin will push it up the wall to Cooling. St. John player lost an edge, so he couldn't take the pass. It's almost turned over Livingston. And on the attack, Collins will drift it into the corner. And behind the net, Morash. Try to reverse it. It hits the end wall. Now Livingston takes an extra whack at the goalie, and that's going to draw some attention. As Collins covered up. Faceoff stays inside Fundian. Up here's Jack White with some speed down the right side. White stays with it, tries to draw it free from his man. McKinnon knocks him down to the ice, and now a penalty upcoming, and Jack White knocks his man over in return. Fundy will go to the power play. Maxim McKinnon will sit for 2 or less for tripping. Warwick will come in to take the draw for the Thunder. 13:28 left here in the second period. Another penalty being tagged on after the whistle. Luke Bellia will go to the box as well. Nothing on the board. I assume he just got a 10-minute misconduct. Cochran will come in for the face-off. Cleared down the ice by the Vitos and Noah Cormier. In hard on the forecheck is Talon Pearson. He'll pin it against the wall. He'll kill off as much time as he can. Great work on the PK by Pearson down low. Has 3 Thunder all over him. Parker able to pull it free, but already nearly 30 seconds killed off the penalty. Here's Parker. Weave up ice himself. Max Parker still with it. Gains the line as he absorbs a couple hits. Pass it off to the middle. Cochran. Will settle. Go back to the point to Parker. Cross ice pass McIver. Tried to go back to Parker. That came outside the line. Here's Cochran. Drops it back. McIver. So it's 2 minutes for tripping for McIver, and he also took the 10-minute misconduct, and Bellier will be serving the initial 2-minute tripping call. Back to point. Jackson McIver settles it down. Shot through traffic. That's deflected, and the save made by Milia. Cochran got a stick on it at the hash marks. 44 seconds left in the penalty to Maxim McKinnon, being served by Bellier. Held in by the Thunder. Rennie working the point. On the power play, pass it off. Is looking for Pitts. That hopped over his stick, and the Thunder will have to retreat. Rennie. Wheel his way out of his own end and cut to the middle. Maddox Rennie stays with it. Rennie shot. Missed on the far side. Ulof able to hold the line. Momentarily stays with it. Does the Thunder captain, but it's turned over. Launched down the ice by the Vitos with under 10 seconds to go in the penalty. Vitos on their way to killing off another one. Turned over behind the net. Greeley down low. It's pulled free as we're back to 5-a-side. Ulof. Pass through the middle. That was deflected. Milia. Send it to the corner. Baird charging down low. As he gets mixed up with his man. Now the Vitos with numbers. Shot comes in. Save made. Rebound. Cleared away from the blue paint by Rennie. Baird. Gains center. Stays with it. It's turned over. Rennie picks it up. He's at the end of his shift. He'll weave his way through. Pick it up. Dropped off. Frazier. At the line, will weave his way past one man. Stays with it. Absorbs a hit. Cuts down the left wall. Back to the point. Parker winds and fires through traffic. Save made. Rebound. Serve for Gagnon. Shot. Another save made by Milia. Rennie will hold it in. White takes a bump. It's chopped out to center. Parker will throw it back in. Nearly a too many men on the ice. With Thundy there. Into the middle. Gagnon takes a bump, but he stays with it. It's caught in his feet as he battles with Dag. Dag comes free with it. Will pass it up ahead. Vitos charge their way up ice with speed, driving wide. Knocked off stride by Laba. He bumps his man. Takes an extra whack, so that'll be a penalty against Fundy. Vitos will go back to the power play. Cross-checking against Nathan Laba. Under 10 to go here in this second period. Stevens in to take the draw against Jude Cochran. Morash up the wall. Livingston first on it. Goes by a minute. Morash up the wall. It's kept in. Here's Cooling. Try to weave his way in. He'll chop it down low for Stevens. Stevens pokes it out. Picked up by Livingston. Rink wide pass for Cooling. Back up top. McQuaid hits a skate, and Cochran will give chase. McQuaid will have to retreat into his own end. He'll send it up the wall to Livingston. He'll gain some speed in his own end, circle back. Circle all the way back behind his net, being shadowed by McIver. Cochran gives chase and will shovel it in deep. Cormier drops it back, Livingston. Cross ice to McQuaid. He'll gain some speed and gain the line. Sutter, McQuaid. Back to the point, Livingston. Down low behind the net. Morash will feather it ahead, but not out. McQuaid. Shot through traffic, deflected right into the glove of Cooper Collins. He'll cover up. 52 seconds left in the penalty. Gavin Moore in to take the draw against Dagg. One back by the Vitos. Arbo. Pass it off down low. Bellier back up top for Arbo. Turn feed for Bellier. Out the left corner in front. Couldn't connect on the shot, and it's cleared out by the Thunder. Arbo. Pass across. Picked up by Shanks. He'll skate it out with under 30 seconds to go in the penalty. Pass through the middle. Bellier taken to the ice. And able to clear. Atkinson looking for the stretch pass. It's pulled free. Here's Wyatt Baird. We'll dump it in. It's a Thunder give chase. Arbo bumps his man behind the net. Picked up by Bellier. As the penalty set to expire, and we're back to 5 aside. Bellier gains the line and will send it in deep. Turned all the way around. Dagg takes a bump from Moore as they battle on the far side. Free out front. Dagg shot goes wide of the net. Cycle back down low. Dagg is free with it. Gets caught up in the official. It's cleared to the line by the Thunder on the second chance. They get it out. Here's Arbo. Arbo weaves his way in, but it's offside. 7:14 to go here in period number 2. Goals from Cooling and Livingston. They have St. John ahead by a score of 2-0. Chopped in off the draw by the Vitos, and they'll give chase. Morash behind the net for Pitts. Hops over his stick. Pearson will pick it up. Send it back down low for Cutler. Pearson cycles it down low as he takes a bump. Cutler in front. Ulof drops down on that. Is able to slow it up and clear it out. Back up ahead. Now here's Maddox Rennie. Lost an edge. Turned over. Hopefully Pearson has it knocked off his stick. Ulof will settle. Long stretch pass ahead. Rennie knocked off stride, stays with it. He's knocked to the ice twice. Up the wall. Rennie gets it back. Hands it off. Morash. Shot deflected just wide by Ulof. Cogger hits his man into the end wall. Kept in momentarily, but it's turned back over, and the Vitos back the other way. Chipped in by Cormier. He'll give chase to Pitts. Picked back up, sent out in front for Greeley. He couldn't find it on his feet. But he stays with it. It's sent ahead. Here's Rennie. Has a man with him. Rennie. Rink wide. Was looking for Ulof. That pass missed him. Morash will pick it back up at center. Morash ahead. Here's Rennie. With some room. Shoots. Tries to pick that far side again. Just missed. Come all the way back. It's flipped up by Parker. Chip back ahead. Vitos trying to make a change. Here's Godin. On the right side. Shot stopped by Collins, and he'll cover up. St. John coaching staff asking when McKinnon will come out after his 12 minutes served. Here's Frazier. Frazier drops it off. Nice drop pass to White. White in, shoot, saved by Milia. Puck still there. Still loose in the paint. And it's still there. Milia finally is able to find it. As White and Gagnon both on the doorstep, Milia able to sprawl out. And his defenders do a good job of keeping it out of the net as well. To draw Shanks, spins off a check. Up the wall. Read nicely by Frazier, but the puck rolled on him. Puck still rolling. It's kept in momentarily. McQuaid will step up and hand it off. Chopped through the middle, pulled free by Gagnon. But offside is the call. Face off just outside the Fundy zone. One cleanly back. Vitos will send it ND. Pitts goes off to Morash. Morash up the wall. Picked up. McIver couldn't find it on his feet. Chipped off a St. John player's helmet. Fundy able to hold the zone. It's a puck rolling on everybody right now. Pitts trying to send it ahead, nearly turned over on the second chance he gets it out. It's chipped ahead by Cochran. Shanks picks it up. He took a bump from Warwick. Cleared away by Fundy. Cormier goes D to D for Belia, and it's tipped in by the Vitos. Warwick checks behind him. Will rim it around for Morash. Morash sends it back behind the net for Pitts. Warwick has it. Head to Cochran. Pinched off the line was Arbo. He's able to hold it in. Puck still bouncing out to the slot. Cooling shot. Stop. Penalty upcoming. It's going to be a charging call against McIver. He came across where Cooling couldn't see him. We'll call that a blindside hit for charging every time. And St. John will go to the power play. .3:30 left here in the second period. St. John still with 2-0 lead. Free off the draw. Cogger will get it to the line, but not out. Laba gets it as far as center. Livingston has to stop up. It's turned over. Ulof chips it ahead. Behind the net. Cooling will leave it for Livingston. 2 goal scorers here in this one. Wide pass, McQuaid. McQuaid walks his way in. Shot saved by Collins. Rebound comes out. Ulof able to chop that out to center, and he'll give chase on Livingston. Great work from Ulof. He forces a turnover. Pass in front. Cogger shoots and scores! Short-handed goal for the Thunder. Jacob Cogger. Some relentless work down low by Ulof to force the turnover. Cogger was trailing. He took the pass and made no mistake. Put it just under the blocker of Samuel Milia. A short-handed goal for the Thunder. Cuts the deficit in half. Right back in comes St. John. It's cleared away. Now Baird cuts down. He takes a bump. More. Shoots. Save made by Milia, but a penalty coming to the Vitos. Tripping call against Arbo. play 4-on-4 for 46 seconds. Great work shorthanded by the Thunder, playing a lot more aggressive this time around on the kill, forcing the Vitos into some miscommunications. Godin will race it ahead himself. Knocked off stride by Moore, and Moore will stay with it. Chips it ahead for Baird, just out of his reach. Shanks will take it. Shots 20-14 in favor of St. John. Shanks. It'll be a 4-minute penalty for kneeing against Arbo. So a lengthy power play upcoming for the Thunder in 15 seconds when McIver gets out of the box. Head. Greeley got it to the line. Sent ahead to Baird. Penalty to McIver about to expire. Baird will throw it in deep, go off on a change. Thunder now on man advantage. Moore. Stays with it. Pass it off. Hits. Back up top. Morash, his shot blocked. Cleared down the ice by the Vitos. Just over a minute left here in this second period. Worked up ice by Fundy. Morash as we come to the last minute of play in the period. McIver rims it all the way down low. First on it is McQuaid. He'll send it up ahead. Ahern will do the rest of the work. Hand it off Parker. He's being shadowed by Stevens, but he lost the stick, and Parker through the middle to Warwick. Warwick weaves in, stays with it, still with it is Warwick. He scores! Brendan Warwick. And the game is tied. 2 quick ones for the Thunder. 32 seconds left in the second period. It's a brand new game. Still with a power play, as that was scored before the first 2 minutes expired in Arbo's 4-minute penalty. The Thunder still with a penalty. It's turnover. Livingston in, shoots and scores! Seven seconds later, Tripp Livingston is second of the game. The Vitos get it right back. Just 7 seconds after Warwick ties it up. Vitos reclaim the lead, a shorthanded goal from Livingston. Back to the point, McIver. Shot through traffic, that hits the bar and goes up and out of play.
St. John Vitos goal scored by number 19, Tripp Livingstone. Time to goal, 19:35. That's Livingstone, unassisted at 19:35.
Off the draw, Atkinson being worked over down low by Shanks. One more chance, they'll have to shoot. McIver will let one go, but misses its mark, and an eventful second period comes to a close. So teams trade goals in the period. Goals 7 seconds apart from Warwick. And then Tripp Livingston with a pair. Jacob Cogger, the other one in the period for the Fundy Thunder. That shorthanded goal late is a difference maker. We'll head to the second intermission with the Vitos, leading by a score of 3-2. We'll catch you back here in about 10-15 minutes. Back for the third period of play, and Fundy still with a power play to start off this final frame. Rennie turns it over right away to Maxim McKinnon, still fresh out of the box after serving his 2 and a 10 back in period number 2. Sent the length of the ice. Behind the net, Rennie picks it up for the Thunder, and he'll start the breakout the other way for the home side. Up the middle, dangerous pass. Baird almost found it. It's picked back up by Ulof. Here's Ulof down the right side. Will drive wide and stop up. As the Thunder look to set up. 50 seconds left in the penalty. Pass up top. Pitts is able to slow it down and just hold the line. U15 silver medalist Simon Pitts with the Werewolf Bombers last season. Back down low to Ulof. Pass. A little shot pass through the middle. I don't think he cared if he got a tip or a shot on goal. Save made by Milia and cleared down the ice by the Vitos with 30 seconds left in the penalty. Bundy up the other way. Rink-wide pass by Rennie finds Ulof. He'll give chase, but it's swatted back down into the Thunder end by St. John. Rennie through the middle, stays with it, weaves inside. Gagnon trying to swoop in off the bench and find it, but it's cleared away by the Vitos, and that'll do it. We're back to 5-a-side here. St. John still with a 3-2 lead here early in the third. Shots 21-17 in favor of St. John, still favoring the visitors. Pass across by White. Frazier. He forced back into his own end. Shot from McQuaid. Hits a body and whistles wide as it's picked up behind the goal by Parker, and he'll skate it inside his zone. His pass doesn't make it through. Parker will pick back up and flip it out to center. McQuaid turns it over. Back the other way. Here's Jack White. Cuts to the middle. He's bodied off the puck. He was trying to leave a drop pass for his teammate off the bench. Here's Parker. He's able to get it in deep, just beyond the blocker side of Milia. Laba in off the line. His shot's blocked. Another chance. Had his stick lifted and it's knocked away. Hard hit along the wall on Cutler. He's back to his feet. The Vito's in on the attack. As Parker will pick it up behind his own net once again and chip it ahead for Baird. Tried to pass it off for more. This all U15 major Bearcat line that Fundy has going on. O'Toole trying to pull it loose. He does get it as far as center. There's Laba. Pass across. Wyatt Baird will settle it down into the middle. Atkinson. Chip it in front of the St. John bench and then send it the length of the ice. Baird will beat out the icing call. He'll jockey for position as the puck comes loose out in front. Only jerseys there are the cream-colored ones of the Vitos. O'Toole will gain the line, get over the blue line, send one in on net. Kicked aside by Cooper Collins. Now here's Pitts. Chipped it up ahead. He'll find it. The second chance is knocked back in by Case and Cooling. He opened up the scoring back in the first period. Puck evades everybody. Quaid will go D to D, and it's chipped ahead by the Vitos. Fundy will whack it right back into the St. John zone. McQuaid pass it off for Cormier. Cormier chipped through the middle. It's cleared away by the Thunder. Cooling back in his own end to collect behind his net. Case and Cooling, long flip pass ahead, and that's going to work out. Livingston all alone to the backhand. Good save by Collins. Livingston stays with it, and the net is jarred off. Huge stop on the breakaway by Cooper Collins. 15:38 to go here in this third period. Too much action. I even forgot to start the clock at the beginning of the period. There we go. It's back to the point. Cormier. Cooling shot. Save made. Rebound comes out to Livingston. That's blocked. It's turned back over. Here's McIver. He'll gain the red line and chop it down. McIver. Back to Pitts at the point. He'll hand it back to McIver. Pass to the middle. Cooling was watching over his man. He's able to clear it aside to Livingston. In turn, gets it out to center. Puck almost turned over. Laba stays with it, but Livingston able to chop it back into the Thunder zone. Second chance, Warwick. He has Fundy's second goal. It's turned over. McQuaid will touch up. That'll be an offside. Thunder 15 to play. Face off just outside the Fundy line. The Vitos still clinging to the 3-2 lead. Pass ahead, Cogger. He has one of the goals here tonight for Fundy. Picked up by Shanks. He'll clear it down. Pitts back to collect in his own ice. Simon Pitts has logged a ton of time for this Fundy squad. Ulof, the puck rolled on him, and it's picked up by Arbo. Arbo chips it up ahead to the line. Pitts keeps it in, hands it off. Vito's able to find it. Chip back out by Fundy on the second chance. Greeley will clear it down deep. Thunder will have to break out again. Cogger, long pass ahead. Greeley able to read that, and it's sent back in by St. John. Pitts ahead for Cogger. He goes off the glass. That goes way up and off the stanchion here at the stadium. Face-off will stay inside the home side zone. Toss up off the draw, sticks are flying. And here's Jack White. He stops up, tried to deke around his own man. He's stripped of the puck by Stevens. Hand it off, Godin. Will flip it up ahead. It's picked up by Cutler. He chips it to center. Parker will try to skate it through. It's turned over and poked ahead by the aforementioned Evan Stevens. Lab will retreat behind his net, hands it off for Frazier. Relentless forecheck here by St. John. They hold the line down low. Stevens will pick it up behind the goal. Chip it ahead. He's tripped up. The penalty upcoming to the Thunder. Then a 10. As well as Laba will be done until the final minute. Trip and a 10-minute misconduct, so someone will have to head over to serve. Keegan Frazier will go over to serve the 2 minutes. Vitos get it off the draw. Cooling into the middle. He'll hand it off. Shot kicked away by Collins off the stick of McKinnon. Now Cooling will wind and fire one on net. That missed wide. Puck pinballs in front. Vitos stay with it. Cooling passes it off. McKinnon drops it back to Cooling. Cooling shot through traffic wide. Comes free. McKinnon. It's going to be a high sticking call. Or not a high sticking call, but a high stick. 1:32 left in the penalty. Face-off will come outside as it was a high stick touch by the Vitos. Vitos once again win the draw. McKinnon up ahead to Kaysen Cooling. He'll work in, pass it off. Winding and firing was Cormier. His stick explodes, and it's cleared down the ice by the Thunder. Cormier to the bench for some new lumber, and Maxim McKinnon will Feathered across to Livingstone. Already with 2 here in this game. We'll flip it in deep. A minute left in the penalty. To watch out for the errant stick down low. Cleared out, but turned over. Cooling over. Livingston! Shot wide. Excuse me, that was Cormier. New Lumber off the bench, not doing him any due diligence there. Here's Livingston. Cross ice pass picked free by Jude Cochran, and he'll work it out himself one-on-one. Cochran inside out move. Tries to get by his man. He's taken off stride by McKinnon. Here's Cooling back the other way. 30 seconds left in the penalty. Kaysen Cooling weaves in, still has it. Stops up, lost it on the follow-up shot from O'Toole is blocked. O'Toole gets it back. Pass it up top to McKinnon. He'll walk the line, hands it off. Livingston shoots! Just hit the outside netting. O'Toole will pick back up with 7 seconds left in the penalty. Shanks up top to McKinnon. He's been on the whole penalty. Into the middle, O'Toole. His shot's blocked. It's cleared down the ice. We're back to 5-a-side. Here's McKinnon. He's been on the ice for over 2 minutes. He still has a last gasp here. He took a hack and his glove came off. He'll just get it down deep and then peel off on a change. Simon Pitts lost it behind the net. Dag. Centering pass to no one. It's chipped back in by O'Toole. To the line, Ulof gets it to the blue, but not out. Vitos keep it in. Dag. Pass it down low behind the goal. Toole jockeying for position with his man, Morash. Morash pins him to the wall. It's cleared by Fundy. It's a rolling puck, so that'll make its way down the ice and will be an icing call. Fundy will be unable to change. 10:15 to go. Vito still with a 3-2 lead. Face off to the right of Cooper Collins. Stop 22 here in this contest. At the other end, Samuel Milia stopping 15. It's blocked. Now back the other way. Rennie knocked off stride. Chipped back in by St. John. Pass out in front, picked off by Ulof. Up the wall, Rennie. Take it behind the net and gain speed as the puck rolls on him. He'll chip it to the line. McQuaid fires one. That's gloved by Pitts, and he felt that. So he took that one off the hand. Here's Rennie. Drives wide. Still has it. Rennie off his back foot. That's wide, and he takes a bump. So it's cleared away by St. John. Chip back in. Be a delayed offside, so St. John will have to tag up. That allows Parker to gain some speed behind his own net. Turned over up the wall. Ulof will tip it ahead as Godin pinches up off the line. Cogger will steer it to the near side. Pass hits Rennie's skates. Vito's able to get it out to center. Parker. Pass it over to Warwick. That hits the linesman. He takes a tumble, but recovers gracefully. Rennie weaves in. Vito's take it back. Sent down to McKinnon. He'll chip it up the wall. Chip to the line, but not out. Warwick steps in, shoots. Glove save made by Milia. With under 9 to play. Frazier in to take the draw against Stevens. Stevens wins that cleanly. And then here's Arbo. Goal. Pitts back out there after taking that shot on the right in the palm of the hand. Shanks goes D to D. Arbo couldn't handle it cleanly. We'll whack it off the wall, and the second chance gets to the line, but not out as Pitts keeps it in. Takes a bounce off the glass. Pulled free by St. John behind the net. Arbo go off the glass. Once again, that gets past Pitts, but catches a piece of him. So icing will be waved off as Warwick down to collect as he takes a bump. Beatles will keep it down deep. Egan Frazier behind the Fundy net will reverse it. Throw it up the wall for Cochran. Erbo. Shot through traffic once again. That's gloved down, this time by Warwick. He's able to get it out of harm's way and out to center. Cochran giving chase. Long pass ahead. Chopped in by the Vitos. Collins will not take any chances, and he'll cover that up. 7:38 to go in this hockey game. Vitos with a 3-2 lead. A pair of goals from Tripp Livingston and a single from Kaysen Cooling. Brendan Warwick and Jacob Cogger responding for the home side. Gagnon in the face-off dot against Cooling. Cogger rims it around. Morash will rim it to Parker. Parker lost it on his feet. It's picked up by Livingston. Cogger able to pull it free, and he chips it ahead as he takes a bump. Here's Jack White. Shot deflected and up and into the netting here at the stadium. Face-off will stay inside the Vitos' end. When he pulls a free off the draw, Cogger gets dumped behind the net. Cogger stays with it, and he's able to get it back to the point. Parker settles it down through traffic. That's deflected by Gagnon. The save made by Milia. And Livingston will chip it ahead. That won't have enough on it for icing. It's Livingston knocked off stride by Parker, and then comes back with a hit on his man. At center, Gagnon. Knocked down, picked up by McQuaid. Pass ahead, it's chipped by Bellier. Morash in his own end. 6.5 to play here at the Colchester Legion Stadium. Chipped ahead. Here's Gagnon. He'll send one in just wide of the net as he's bumped by O'Toole. Warwick. Throw it back down deep. As Fundy gets a line change in. Pulled free. Here's Dagg. Dagg takes a bump. Able to hold the line are the Vitos. Godin steps in off the point as a couple Thunder low tires. Pass out in front. Good stick from Collins. Here's Ethan Atkinson. Will weave in. He takes a bump. He's able to get it beyond the goal line. Ahern takes a hard bump from Gavin Moore. Pulled free. Atkinson on his backhand in front. Rebound cleared away by the Vitos. Dagg will send it ahead to Ahern. Nice toe drag move to get by his man. Drive wide, sends a backhand on net. That is paddled aside and up and into the mesh. With 5.5 to go. Off the draw, face off. Won by the Vitos. They get a shot away off the stick of Shanks. Punched away by Collins. They battle down all Vitos. I'm sure will be content. Try to kill off some of the clock here as we come to the last 5 minutes of play. Nice work. It comes free. Chipped back down low by St. John. Parker. On the net ahead. Here's Cogger. Off the wall, but it's kept in by Shanks. Parker first on it. This is being watched over. It's cleared up to the line, but not out as Arbo keeps it in. They'll feather it through. The second chance. Fundy unable to clear. It's caught in a maze of skates. Pulled free by Cutler on this to the line, but not out. Second chance. Rennie takes a bump, but Arbo keeps it in. Cogger behind his net being watched over by Cutler. Some great work down low. Only killing off a minute. Finished out. Rennie cuts to the middle. Just dodged a hit from Dagg. Dagg will throw it back down deep. Ula. Bundy captain. Work his way in. It's knocked over and the Vitos back the other way. Warwick takes an extra bump from his man and it's going to be a penalty. Talon Pearson gave him a little extra shot after he made the check, and it's going to be a head contact call. Bundy to the power play. 3:45 to go. Chance to tie this game. Vitos off the draw, are able to clear.
St. John Vitos penalty to number 7, Talon Pearson. 2 minutes for head contact.
Parker behind his net will pick up.
16 seconds.
He'll skate out. Max Parker. Turned it over, but he's able to keep it onside momentarily. It's cleared away by Ahern. Collins out of his net. We'll leave it for Cochran. Warwick looking for the long stretch feed. He finds it. Now pass it off. Here's Frazier. Frazier will drop it to McIver. Sent back down low as the Thunder look to set up. McIver will skate in. Down the right side. Weaves his way to the middle. Warwick's there. Poked free by Milia. Puck still there. Milia has it. And he'll cover up. 1:07 left in the penalty to Pearson. Ulof in to take the drop against Greeley. Won by the home side. Hits. Hands it off to Rennie. Rennie. Rink wide pass right on the tape of Ulof. He couldn't settle it. Thunder hold it in. Ulof has it. Back to the point. Pitts. Over to Rennie. 40 seconds left in the penalty. Rennie shoots. Punched away. Now a odd man rush back the other way, but Greeley will elect to send it down the length of the ice and kill off some more of the penalty. It's Cutler with a forecheck. Ulof. Pass it off. Here's Maddox. Rennie will weave in. Stays with it. Rennie drops it off for Ulof. Coming down to the last 15 seconds of the penalty. Ulof gets it. Stays with it, rink wide. Rennie settles it down, shoots, good save by Milia. And it jumps out of the zone, and that'll do it for the penalty. So we're back to 5-a-side. And a too-many-men call against the Thunder. Ulof was going to the bench. Moore came off and touched up. Right as the penalty ends. A costly one here for the Thunder. The Vitos will go to the power play with 1:41 to go. Moore's going to head over to serve it. The door wasn't open for Ulof to go in, so he had to take that extra second. Someone opened it up for him. That split second just enough for Moore to come off the bench, touch up the puck. The Vitos go to the power play, and Fundy down a goal. Will have to start getting aggressive here with only a minute, 40 seconds left. That shot's blocked by Atkinson. Livingston. Hands it off, down low. Stevens gives it to Livingston. Back out to the right flank for Cooling. Cooling. Down low to Livingston. If St. John just content to kill the time off. Bundy's got to start playing aggressive. Cooling to McKinnon. His shot, that's deflected. Collins finds it. Rebound, they score! Power play goal for Evan Stevens. That might put this one to bed with 1:03 to go. Costly too-many-men penalty late. And then a huge kill by the Vitos beforehand. They're able to convert on the power play with 1:03 to go. Visitors have a 4-2 lead. As we come to the last minute of play.
Last minute to play in the third period.
Cochran over to Pitts. Pitts head for Frazier. He'll stop up. Hand it off for Warwick. Warwick through the middle. Set down low by McIver. O'Toole knocked off stride. It's kept in by Warwick. Collins will make his way to the bench for the extra attacker. Pitts pinches in off the line. Shoots! Deflected just wide. Goaltender to the bench. 6-on-5 now. 20 seconds left. Pitts holds the line. Sends one wide of the goal. Warwick pinches in off the point. Takes a bump. Behind the net, Rennie. It's worked away by Arbo. He'll just try to kill some clock here. So he'll reverse it behind the net. O'Toole takes a look up at the clock. 7 seconds left. He'll just pin it against the boards. Try to take the rest. O'Toole threw a hit. He's down on the ice, but that'll do it. O'Toole laid the hit, but he's in some discomfort in the corner. But St. John will spoil the home opener for the Fundy Thunder. With a 4-2 victory here on the road. That'll do it for the home opener for the Fundy Thunder. Thanks for tuning in here on High Button Sports. Catch us live at the Colchester Stadium for all Thunder coverage this year, courtesy of High Button Sports. Noah Poirier signing off. The final score here from the Colchester